reality TV shows like Love Island, I think they really expose hookup culture. I think they also influence hookup culture in a negative way, and they reflect what we've become as a society. You know how the show promotes really lust, man. I don't think Love Island, like you watched it through, I don't think it's a conducive environment for you to say you want to find love. Because the only thing that happens is that people switch partners and change partners. And it's like the moment, it's like production sees the moment two people start liking each other. It's like the show can never start and have, a couple in the beginning just date throughout the show. That's not what they really want. They want drama, they want entertainment. So it's a thing of production will see two people are getting along, and then they'll introduce a new person to the show. And that new person now wants someone who's in a solid couple, if I can put it like that. And they want to get in between that. So now it's drama, it's like a love triangle, and that's that's really what they want, the entertainment. They like to see people crashing out. They like to see people in tears. They like to see people cheating, really. Because I watched the previous season and I saw how production so manipulated certain couples, right? Where the Melanie and Saul thing, I saw that and I really blame that on production when you look at that. But I don't want to go too much into the show, but I think it just shows how we've sort of normalized hooking up, switching partners to a point where a person has preferences and unhealthy preferences at that. Like, it's a thing of people don't genuinely want to like the person. They want to like character. You get me? So you have to act a certain type of way in order for a person to be like, you know what? I like the person this person is portraying himself as. And you're forced to accept that your partner or the person you like is allowed to kiss other people or show interest in other people without you getting jealous. Like, it's normalized for you to get to know two people at once. I think it's very disingenuous for anyone and that matter to be getting to know two people at once because naturally you're going to compare the two people. And I think the moment where you start comparing people who you would like to date, it's like you're comparing girl A to girl B. It's always going to be unfair because it's never going to be a decision you made out of pure logic and whatnot. It's going to be a who's better kind of situation. Sometimes both people aren't good for you, but you choose the better person because you were comparing the two. It's a thing of having choices and feeling like you need to make a choice where you could just get to know one person and realize, this person isn't for me, or I don't want to be with this person. But it's a thing of if I'm talking to two girls, right, and I'm getting to know both, and then the other girl says something I totally disapprove of, I'm immediately going to probably end things with her and decide I'm going to pursue this one because she didn't say what the other one said. So I think it's disingenuous, not only to the girls, but to yourself as well, because you don't really make a decision of your own. It's like you settle for the option that feels, the better option, not really the best. So, yeah, I think hookup culture, Love Island. That's all they promote, man. We have guys and girls, especially girls who perceive love as, the things we see on social media. You know, there are girls who date just to show up on social media. A girl will date you because you're good looking. A girl will date you because you have money, but she's not genuinely interested in you. I think that's what this generation has destroyed. We've ruined the embarrassing kind of love where you just two people who just genuinely love each other, not because of what the person has or what the person does, but because of who the person truly is. Like you get to know each other. We've taken that away from each other. And I don't know if we can get it back. I hope we can, but at the rate and the way things are going, I don't think it'll ever be possible. I mean, if you can actually find someone who genuinely likes you for who you are, put your pride aside and find a way to make that work. Because shows like Love Island have made us think that there's an influx of people you can date. They've made you think the grass is greener on the other side, and sometimes you don't realize that the grass is actually greener where you water it, not on the other side. So it's about time we actually face reality and we address things that are happening in our society. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. Thank you for watching.